Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen. Today we are checking out the PTU patch 3.5.0V. We are on now, we're almost at the end of the alphabet, though Star Citizen will just crowdfund some new letters if that is what we need to do to get to the live build. But we're getting closer, there's still problems, let's go through them. Bam! The testing focus for the latest PTU patch is still listed as general gameplay and testing AI pilot behaviour. The feature updates include Delamar asteroids are now viable locations for mercenary missions, bounty, steal and recovery missions all now progress in difficulty, so you literally have a tiered sort of stage of these missions with different ships as enemies. They've updated ships that spawn in the pirate blockades that appear. The PvP bounty mission is now available after completing any mission for local security. Interdiction ships shouldn't all despawn at the same time. Attrition repeaters should no longer penetrate through shields, and they fixed 2 client crashes. There are still a couple of major known issues that they list with the patch. No-fly zone autopilot is still inconsistent, and players arriving at planetary destinations are typically just outside of the trigger for quantum travel points and have to move towards the astral body before the quantum travel points appear. Obviously, that's quite annoying. They have updated their users.cfg settings with this particular PTU patch, which is _display session info equals 1, which includes a QR code in the top right of the screen, and that's instead of the information, the little hex code or whatever that was at the bottom of the screen previously. This enables them to quickly identify what the hell is going on in any bug reports that you show with that QR code. If you are doing beauty shots or something else, you can turn that off by setting that to 0. Links below to a full user.cfg guide, but I do recommend turning it back on afterwards if you're helping bug reporting or hunting and that sort of stuff. The idea there is that the PTU phases are there to track down bugs and help with the game, but I know a lot of people just want to play at the moment because we are still waiting on a live build, and that's one of the reasons the PTU is out to everyone, so that some people can play. If you do crash or whatever, your crashes are still logged. It does auto-log that, I believe, and just generally stress testing does help as well. General frame rates and stability is great with this patch, though. It has been for the last couple of PTU patches, I believe. Items, boxes, turtles seem to all disappear when left out in Area 18. In fact, in lots of the sort of like more populated locations, it seems the cleaning up of entities is overly aggressive. There are still some little issues I've noticed with the HUDs and UIs and a couple of the ships not having cargo properly and a couple of ships being bugged and things like that. That's typical of Star Citizen. Hopefully they get all of those things ironed out for the live patch. The AI has been obviously a constant problem in the 3.5 branch, and the AI did seem a little fractionally better in the persistent universe this time for the V patch. Not anywhere appropriate for a live build, admittedly. Oddly, smaller ships seemed rubber bandy and jittery still, but at least slightly better, maybe, than previous PTU patches. Larger ships, however, so like Constellation and Hammerheads, they seem to work without many noticeable problems for me. At least at the range I was fighting them, they didn't seem to be jittering, although I suspect that could be based on what server you're on and what's going on in your server and that sort of stuff. Pips and aiming are still erratic in the persistent universe. Missiles often jitter as well. Combat and AI, however, work perfectly as intended, as far as I can tell, in Arena Commander in this patch, and they have for a while, but when you actually play an Arena Commander now, you'll be like, oh, okay, well, this is like having fun with combat and actually being able to fight AI that aren't jittering about everywhere. So some of these issues that we've talked about and that are remaining for the 3.5 PTU before it gets to live are probably little easy things to fix. They are ironing them out at the moment. You can see that they're getting loads and loads of little bugs fixed every minor patch that they are putting out to the PTU. It still looks like there are a few server problems though, and we know this. This looks to be a case of the servers having a hard time with AI and supporting such a large gameplay area now without server-side object container streaming and just huge amounts of entities that need to be cleaned up. And eventually it just gets to a saturation point and it just goes, well, the AI are rubber banding and jittery. And it's these server issues causing a knock-on effect for rubber banding, jittering, Derpy AI. I do think that auto gimbals work a lot more sensibly than previous PTU patches as well, or at least where they are currently. I'm not exactly sure when they were like this in Arena Commander, because I didn't play Arena Commander in the last PTU build. This one, however, I messed around with quite a bit. They still require you to aim at your target, at least in some way, rather than just mega aim a bot, so that it's not just automatic win or anything like that. If I just have a better loadout than you, there is some skill to flying, there's some skill to aiming still, even in PvP, it seems. I mean, they probably still need a good bit more balance. There's a load of systems that need to come online before we can truly get auto gimbals balanced in an appropriate way, but that's the same as combat in general, and even the flight model in general. We need physicalized components, we need more weapons, we need all of the sort of like disruption weapons working properly, things like that. I'm still reserving judgment of the combat, the flight model, and auto gimbal until 3.5 Lives build, but more than that, I know that it will improve significantly in 3.6 as well, because it will be a lot more dialed in by then. It's likely that Cloud Imperium are working on a nice middle ground of getting AI working in some reasonable way for 3.5 live on the persistent universe side of things, getting that build working as best as it can without having to remove too much stuff. And what I mean by that is that a lot of this is probably caused by interactable objects, entities, NPCs on the ground, clutter, things like that. So we might see the cleanup of items and NPCs happen very aggressively. We might see slightly less missions in the game. We might see less interdiction happening and things like that. But it's clear to me that we need server-side object container streaming before they add any more gameplay area beyond ArcCorp. I mean, ArcCorp was pushing it, and I still think is pushing it, in my opinion. Obviously, the problems with the AI probably caused by that. I do suspect that there will be a concerted push for lots of server optimizations for 3.6, and if at all humanly possible, server-side object container streaming will be pushed towards that build as well. We'll have to wait and see exactly where that's going to fall on the roadmap. Hopefully they'll update us in the next few days about that and update the roadmap to reflect that. But tell me what you think in the comments below. Have you been playing the latest 3.5.0 V patch? Or are you waiting for the 3.5 live build with bated breath? Have you been grimacing at the fact that AI and combat in the persistent universe is still rubber bandy and broken, and the fact that ESP tries to take control of your ship's guns? That's actually something I didn't talk about. ESP hates you. Turn off ESP. That's what I do straight away. Jeez. Yeah, the ESP just needs to work as well. But yeah, whatever your thoughts, I'd love to hear from you. Every month, we have a giveaway for a Star Citizen ship. For April 2019, we are giving away a Drake Corsair with lifetime insurance. It's the new concept ship focused on exploration, and the loaner for that ship is currently the Constellation Aquila and the Buccaneer. To be in for a chance of winning, be subscribed to my channel and comment on any video that I put out during April. Full details in the description below. Need a PC or upgrade to play Star Citizen? Consider Shadow. Shadow is a cloud-based subscription alternative to a gaming PC, and it works with Star Citizen Alpha 3.5 better than it ever has. It leverages the power of the internet to give you a Windows 10 gaming environment, potentially anywhere. Check out the links below or go to shadow.tech for more information. Use the code BoredGamer to receive a discount on your subscription if you do decide to try it. I'm not sponsored or paid by Cloud Imperium in any way. This is a Star Citizen news and fan channel that is supported by you, the community. Patrons, donations, subscriber stars, YouTube members, that little join button underneath my videos, all help support the channel and allow me to create regular video content, maintain a website, upload podcasts, and more. If you wish to go that extra mile, it is amazingly helpful. There is occasional exclusive content for those that do as well.